James Lennon Podcast, the James Lennon Podcast, James Lennon Podcast, the James Lennon Podcast, James Lennon Podcast, the James Lennon Podcast. You are listening to the James Lennon Podcast.
Guess who's back again. Jamesy's back. Tell a friend. Jamesy's back. I created a podcast and no one thought would last, so I had to take my gun out and go blast, and then I fuck a bitch in the ass, and I put my dick out and she had to pass some gas, and then we wanted to get high, so I smoked some grass. I heard. Welcome back, guys. The James Lennon Podcast is back, baby. Welcome to the first episode of Season 2. This is your host, the Real Slim Jamesy. We're doing it on camera. I'm doing the best I can. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how the editing process is going to go. But we're here, and I'm going to try to get this out to you via camera, via visual. So that was fun. I took a nice week off. Wanted to do 3, took 1. Took 1 because I'm addicted to content, guys. Hello, my name is the Real Slim Jamesy, and I'm addicted to content. I need to go to rehab for my content addiction. Taking a sip of my coffee, which you guys can now see. Look, see? Beautiful. A lot has happened since my last episode. They've canceled Mr. Potato Head. They've canceled Dr. Seuss, which is very annoying because the Dr. Seuss books are the only ones I can get through. Those are the only books I can finish. The picture to word ratio is right up my alley. I have an IQ of under 80, which technically means I am disabled and I should be getting paid by the government for the rest of my life. But for whatever reason, it's not panning out that way. But those are the only books I could read because I love the pictures. They got great illustrations. I mean, what is next? What are they going to cancel next? Hungry Hippos because it's offensive to fat bitches? I love Hungry Hippos. And then I'm never going to be able to play it again? Sure, I have no one to play it with because all my friends are 26 and they don't really want to get on their hands and knees and play Hungry Hippos, which is a little annoying to me because I love the game. But I have it under my bed right now and I play it every time I get bored. I eat up those little pebble things. And now it's going to get canceled because some fat bitch is like, it offends me because I'm hungry all the time, so that must mean I'm a hippo, right? Hungry Hippos is getting canceled. Cancel Hungry Hippos. Unbelievable. Then they're going to cancel Connect 4. We're canceling Connect 4 because those yellow pieces are clearly supposed to be Asian. Those are clearly representative of the Asian community. 4 Asians in a row, you win. No way, not on my watch. We're canceling Connect 4. Oh, and the red pieces? Don't even get me started on the red pieces. Are those supposed to be Native Americans? 4 Native Americans in a row, you win? Connect 4 is done. There's no winning with these people. You can't win with them. I hate cancel culture. Obviously, there's been some good out of cancel culture when they got rid of Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey and Bill Cosby. But I don't even consider those people to be canceled. I consider those people to be prosecuted because they went and got convicted in the court of law. But calling them canceled is almost an insult to their victims, I feel. Like they weren't canceled, they were prosecuted. There's a difference. When I think of cancel culture, I think of someone losing their job because they tweeted the F word in like 2011. Because apparently you can't change as a person and now you have to identify as a tweet that got dug up. That's what I think about when I think of cancel culture. Like I don't know what to tell these people. You can't reason with them. Once they get an idea in their head, there's no changing their opinion. You can't change their opinion. It's impossible. And I don't even like to talk about cancel culture because that's how they win. If you give them an ounce of real estate in your head, that's how these social justice warriors win. So there have been many times in this podcast where I wanted to talk about it, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, what good is it going to do? I'm not going to change anybody's mind. I'm not going to say anything profound. I just disagree with this whole let's jump down somebody's throat and get rid of their career. Because what you're really doing is you're killing them. Like, if you really want to get rid of them, just ask them to kill themselves. Because that's what you're kind of doing when you do cancel culture. Somebody works so hard to get where they are in life, and they make a mistake. They tweet, like, something that wasn't right in, like, 2010, and it gets dug up in 2021, and now they lost their entire career. Because apparently, according to these people, you can't change. You can't change. And the best is, my favorite thing ever is when someone's on Twitter, like, leading the way, like, trying to cancel somebody for a dug-up tweet, and then someone digs up their tweets, and they were dropping N-words, and they were dropping F-words, and all of a sudden, it's okay for them to apologize, it's okay for them to change, but not for the person they were canceling. It's such a mindfuck. It's such a mindfuck, and I can't stand it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Don't watch How the Grinch Stole Christmas every year. But no, the same people who are trying to cancel Dr. Seuss are going to be the same people posting on their Instagram stories, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone, it's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But I just tried to cancel this guy back in fucking February. It's ridiculous. Mr. Potato Head. Like, there's a Mrs. Potato Head. Let's create a narrative where they have a baby and it's a transgender baby. A transgendered potato. We don't have to get rid of the Mr. Like, what is Mr. Potato Head without the Mr.? It's just a potato. Let's just have a kid. Let's just get a freshly baked potato right out of the oven and throw it into the middle of a group of kids and have them play with that. If it loses its Mr., it loses nothing. And I don't see Mrs. Potato Head losing her fucking surname or whatever the fuck you call it. I don't see Mrs. Potato losing her Mrs. But no, it's only Mr. Potato because he's a straight white male. It's getting to be too much. It's getting to be too much, guys. And again, I don't like to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it much longer, but those are a couple things on my mind because I can only read Dr. Seuss books. I got a bookshelf behind the camera right now filled with Dr. Seuss books. So what am I supposed to throw them away? Here's a book we should cancel. How about Mein Kampf? Hitler's greatest work. How about we get rid of that? How about we cancel Mein Kampf? Why is Mein Kampf still on bookshelves being sold? But no, we want to cancel a children's book. Sure, some of the illustrations were a bit dicey, but guess what? The books are from the 50s. They're from the 50s. What do you expect? Do you want us to cancel your grandpa too, who's probably more racist than any Dr. Seuss book will ever be? No, you don't want to cancel old grandpa because you love grandpa. And you don't say a word when he drops a hard N at Thanksgiving dinner. You don't say a word, but you'll get on Twitter and you'll lead the rampage against Dr. Seuss. Not on grandpa, though. Not on grandpa. I'm getting a little angry. I don't want to get angry. But these people, they just get under my skin. They get under my skin and then they spew nonsense. Which spewing nonsense is my thing. I'm allowed to spew nonsense because I'm a nonsensical kid. But when you're smart and you got a big Twitter following, you don't have the right to spew nonsense like me. And these same people, there's a tweet going viral that is, it's so comical. It's so ironic. And it's so stupid. And the people reposting this tweet, they don't even realize how dumb it is. It's a tweet that says, it's on my phone. I can't read it because I'm recording with my phone. But more or less it said, if you are homeless, you can go to the bank and get your stimulus check. Which, last time I checked, there's not a big homeless community on Twitter. And everyone who reposts this tweet, they're only reposting it to make themselves feel better. They're only reposting this tweet to make it seem as though they're doing some good in the world when really they're doing nothing. It's counterintuitive. Because not a single homeless person on the street is seeing this tweet. If you want to give here's what you do. Here's what you do if you want to have an impact. Take your $1,400, cash it out in all fives, and walk around the city and hand a $5 bill to every homeless person you see until you're out of money. How about that? You want to make some change? Go to a soup kitchen. Go to a soup kitchen. Donate some money. I don't know. You're doing the bare minimum by sharing a tweet that gives homeless people directions on how to get their $1,400 when they're never going to see that tweet. It's just insanity. If you want to help the homeless, help them write better signs. Start a homeless sign making class. Get a bunch of homeless people and teach them how to write better signs because I'm seeing a lot of bad signs from the homeless. I saw a homeless guy holding a sign that just said, I'm homeless. And I was like, I know. I can tell. I can tell that you're homeless. I have eyes that work. Well, they don't fully work. I got to wear contacts. I just broke my glasses. I feel like Piggy from fucking that goddamn stupid book. What's it called? Who knows? I don't know. My glasses did break. Slept with them. And they broke. But I'm getting off track here. There are a multitude of ways that you could help the homeless community that doesn't involve you reposting a tweet. You're doing the bare minimum. You're lazy. You're lazy social justice warrior. That's what you are when you tweet this, when you repost this tweet that gives the homeless directions on how to get their stimulus check. And also, they don't pay taxes. They don't work. The stimulus check is for people who work and pay taxes and get money and like put money into the economy, not the homeless. And I love the homeless, guys. I gave a pear to a homeless guy the other day, and me giving that pear to the homeless man has done more for the homeless community than the 300,000 retweets this tweet got. So I am a hero. Do I identify as a hero? Now I do. The Real Slim Jamesy is a hero. I don't know how to solve the homeless crisis, and neither do any of you. But I know it doesn't start with a tweet that goes viral. A tweet that you only made to get some clout. And now she's got like 30,000 followers, the person who made this tweet. You think she'd give up all those followers to end homelessness? Probably not. I bet you she wouldn't. And the people reposting this tweet are the same people who clutch their purse as they walk by a homeless guy, as they high step over a homeless guy and look down at him in disgust. These are the same type of people. Ugh, homeless, gross. Fucking kick them. Those are the same people who are tweeting this thing. So online, they're like, let's help the homeless, but in real life, they're like, get the fuck away from me. Get away from me, you homeless bastard. And also, what's a homeless guy going to do? He's going to walk into a bank smelling of shit and piss and get $1,400? No, he's going to walk out. He's going to walk in with hopes of getting $1,400 and then be dragged out by security. You can't just solve all the world's problems with tweeting. It ties back to cancel culture, dude. If you're trying to convict someone of a crime, you don't do it through Twitter. You do it through the justice system, which I know is corrupt and it's not the best in the country, or the best in the world, rather. But that's how you do it. Go to law enforcement. Don't go through Twitter to try and cancel somebody. Look at Chris D'Elia. You tried to cancel Chris D'Elia. Now he's back. If he actually committed a crime against you, you would have gone to the police. And I think Chris D'Elia is probably a creepy dude. That's just the fact of the matter. He's a sex addict. He's a creepy dude. But this is a perfect example of when you try to cancel someone and it doesn't work. Because now he's back with a podcast and he's getting like 1 million views every podcast now. He's probably getting more views now than he would have before you guys tried to cancel him. So it just backfires on you. The trajectory of my life, I could very well end up homeless. And if I were homeless, or when I'm homeless rather, I'd prefer that you just give me some money, put it into my coffee cup instead of tweeting about it. That's a spit in the face to me, future homeless man. So just my advice to you is go out into the real world and try to do some good there. Twitter, Instagram, that's not real. Nothing good happens on Twitter and Instagram. Get off your ass, go walk around the city, and give the homeless people some money. Maybe buy them a pear like I did, like the hero move I did. Sure, a pear isn't the best fruit, but I saw them, they looked ripe. I bought a handful. Homeless guy was out there. I almost walked by him. I almost did the high step. I almost kicked him in the face. Was like, get away from me, homeless man. Get away from me, homeless man. But then I said, you know what? I'll just give him a pear. And that's what I did. Instead of shooing away the homeless man, I gave him a pear. And I'm a hero for it. And I'll accept that responsibility. And you guys probably think that I'm this great guy, and you're right. You are correct in thinking that. But let's move on to some lighter topics, I guess. I don't like to talk cancel culture. I don't like to talk about social justice warriors, because if you give them an ounce of real estate in your head, they win. They're kind of like terrorists. They kind of are like terrorists. And they think they're doing all this good shit. Meanwhile, they're just doing nothing. They're throwing a ball at a wall. It's coming back. They catch it. They throw it. Comes back. They got to get in the game. And the game is outside of Twitter and Instagram. If they want to have any sort of impact on life, they got to jump into reality. If they want to have any impact on society, they got to take a step outside of social media and into reality and start doing some good there. And the people who do good in reality, you never hear from them because they're not on fucking Twitter and Instagram. They're out there fucking making changes. You idiots. You savages. You cunts. You bloody cunts. Peaky fucking blinders. I stopped watching that show. I only watched that show because I had a crush on this girl and she liked it, so I watched it. Peaky fucking blinders. I did like it, though. But I just thought once we had a falling out, I was like, okay, I don't have to watch this anymore. That's a good move, by the way, guys. If you have a crush on a girl, find out what her favorite show is, binge watch it, and then become a huge fan of it, and then you can talk to her about it for hours. Guys, it's a smart move. Back in middle school, I watched, what was that show with Shailene Woodley or whatever her stupid name is? Aaron Rodgers' wife or future wife, Aaron Rodgers' fiance. I don't have my fucking phone. I want to look up some stuff, but I can't look it up because I'm recording on my phone. But she played like a teenager that was pregnant. I watched that entire show. I watched every episode because I had a crush on a girl who that was her favorite show. Did it work? No, it didn't. But I think it might work for you guys. Because you guys are listening. All my listeners are good-looking people. So ladies, guys, if you ever crush on someone and they have a favorite show, you binge watch that show. You binge watch it, and then you talk to them about it, and you act like you're a super fan. And I'm telling you, it'll be curtains. You'll be drawing the curtains and clothes will go flying. This has just turned into James Lennon dating tips. I just went on I had a bad date. Bad first date. Met this girl when I was bowling. She was fun. She was funny. She was cute. And we played pool on like Thursday, I think. This past Monday, I played pool with a friend from school. And then it came down to going on a date, and I was like, what should I do with this girl? Oh, let's go play pool. And we did. And it was a disaster. It was the first date. It was the first date I ever went on where it didn't end in a kiss. What's that about? She's not going to suck my face? Unbelievable. I don't believe it. But I don't know. I don't think she got my sarcasm. I mean, we laughed a lot. I thought it went okay. But then I texted her after. Also, she Venmo'd me like half the bill, which I was adamantly against. By the way, ladies, just take your free meal. Because it ended up like we spent like 3 hours at the pool table, and then we ran up like $100 bill. And I was like, I'll pay for it. And she's like, no, let me drop. I'm like, no, you don't drop. Not on my watch. I take you out on a date. You get a free meal, you get a couple drinks, and you got a nice game of pool. That's the Jimmy Lennon date you go on. You don't pay half. And then somehow she found my Venmo and she just Venmo'd me. And I wasn't going to jump through the hoops and going like, I'm Venmoing it back to you. So I just accepted her money. More or less, she paid me to never talk to her again. I think that's what her move was. She Venmo'd me half the bill so that I would never go out with her again. I got paid to not go on another date, which I guess is okay. But yeah, it didn't go well. And then I texted her after. And I half lied. I was like, I had a really nice time. And she goes, unbelievable. I texted her saying, hey, I had a really nice time with you. And she goes, you got it. Ha ha ha. Hey, I had a really nice time. You got it. I liked her. She was cool. But like, there were some awkward silences because I'm a dumb idiot. I'm a stupid idiot. I'm sarcastic. I'm a jackass. But I'm kidding most of the time. I mean, I'm coming from a good place. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feeling. I'm just fucking around. But the you got it hurt my feelings. My feelings are hurt. That was a bad first date. She's definitely not listening to this, so I guess I don't want to call her a cunt because she wasn't really a cunt, but saying you got it instead of saying, yeah, I had a nice time too is a cunty move. We played pool. She smoked me too. So that added insult to injury. I didn't win a game, which made me like her more. What do you do in that situation? Do you let her win? I was like, at first game, I was like, I'll let her win. She wins. Second game, I was like, all right, I'll win. Then I didn't win. Third game, I was like, all right, I got to win. Didn't win. Fourth game, didn't win. Fifth game, didn't win. I went 0 for 7 in pool to a girl who said you got it when I said I had a really nice time. So I'm going to delete her number and unfollow her on Instagram because that's the reasonable thing to do. How do you even respond to that? I'll respond to that. I was like, okay, I hope I didn't embarrass you too much. Left on scene. She left me on scene. So that's that. I'll never call her again. Disaster. I had half a good time. Half the time we were laughing, enjoying ourselves, playing pool. The other half was like weird and like silence, and she was rolling her eyes at me a lot. And I felt uncomfortable. Hey. You gotta fucking crack a couple eggs to make a souffle, you know? Is that the saying? Who knows? Who cares, really? My contact is in and out. It's inside out, And now it keeps moving around. So if you guys see me blinking, it's because my contact is fucked up and I don't want to go stop recording to go fix it. Because I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated. I was thinking about some other first dates. I think I was touching upon how I was giving her the secret special, this one girl, African-American broad. And trying to paint a picture. Shut up. Also, there's so many idiots and assholes and racist fucks out there who I've heard over the years who are like, I would never get with a black person. It's like, what are you saying? Have you looked at yourself in the mirror? Have you ever done that? You are ugly. You are in no position to turn down sex from anybody. And yet you're out here saying you're narrowing it down? You're narrowing it down? Shut up. You're in no position to turn down sex from anybody. Touch upon that later, but let's talk about this other first date that didn't go the way I wanted it to go last year. I was giving her the secret special, picked her up. We were driving around in my car, and I take her to my mom's shop, my mom's antique shop, which you guys saw on my Instagram. And I pretend as though they're the first person I've ever taken there. I get all like sweet. I'm like, oh, this is my mom's shop. Not that many people know about it. I'm going to take you because I think I kind of like you, and I want to show you this different side of me. And then hopefully I get a blowjob out of it, which in this particular case I did. So we take her to my mom's shop. She's enjoying herself. Then we drive around in the car, and it's dark out, and we pull into the side street, and she starts blowing me. And halfway into the blowjob, I'm looking down. We're in a car, which I don't understand. I don't like sex in cars. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I don't get it. I don't know. I guess it's the get it over with factor, like the heat of passion. You're in the moment. You're living it up. You're like, let's fucking do it now. Let's do it in the backseat of my mom's Toyota. Let's do it in the backseat of my mom's Toyota Corolla. In my case, a fucking Subaru Forester. Let's do it in the backseat of my mom's Subaru Forester. Let's get it going so I can tell all my friends I had sex in a car. Who cares? Nobody cares. I love playing Never Have I Ever and then saying never have I ever had sex in a car, even though I have. And then I want to see all the liars out there who put their finger down, even though I know that they never had sex in a car. It's a fun game I play with myself. Because I can look into their eyes and I know that they don't have that sex in a car energy, but they put the finger down to like try and fit in. I could tell. I see you. Don't play Never Have I Ever with me, because I will get dirty and I will play games within the game. I like to tell lies, and then I like to see who else is lying. It's fun. So don't play Never Have I Ever with me. But she's blowing me in the car, and I look down at her. Do you just want to go home? And she like stops. She like pulls up. Yeah, let's get out of here. That was like an okay first date. Mid blowjob, I'm like, you want to get out of here? Like, I couldn't have chose a worse time to ask that, but I was just not feeling it. We weren't really vibing at all. We didn't really have a connection. She was a bit annoying, actually. And I was like, do you want to just get out of here? She takes my penis out of her mouth. She's like, yeah. And I drove her home. So that was that. That was another bad first date I guess I had. But whatever. But back to the fact that people don't want to have sex with... That some white people have the audacity to say that they'll never have sex with a minority. What are you saying? I remember my first year at SUNY Delhi, that shithole. That life-size toilet. I was still making friends with people, and this kid on my lacrosse team, and I've known him for like a couple weeks. We're eating lunch, and I had just seen Monsters Ball, which stars Halle Berry and not Daniel Day-Lewis, Billy Bob Thornton, another three-namer. Stars Billy Bob Thornton and Halle Berry. Halle Berry won the Academy Award for it. One of the first African-American females to ever win an Academy Award, which is great. It was a great performance, well-deserved. And she has sex in that movie, and she is so fucking hot. And she actually did have sex with Billy Bob Thornton on camera. That's a fact. Look it up. Watch the sex scenes. If it wasn't for Billy Bob Thornton, it'd be a scene you could jerk off to. But Billy Bob's fat, old body is just all over this beautiful, young Halle Berry. And he kind of ruins it. Old Billy Bob's old balls are just slapping up against smoking hot Halle Berry. I don't get it. Billy Bob also managed to close on Angelina Jolie in her prime. What is it about super old dudes that these smoking hot ladies find attractive? Yeah, Billy Bob, you could just fuck me on camera for this movie. I don't care. Hopefully one day I'll reach that when I'm Billy Bob's age. smoking hot black chicks want to have sex with me on camera for a movie. That'd be fun. But I just seen this movie, and we're in the cafeteria, in the lunch hall. We're eating, and we're talking about like what celebrities we have crush on. So I was very high on Halle Berry, and I'm talking to my friend who is dating one of the ugliest girls I've ever seen. Like, she was disgusting. She looked like a Cabbage Patch Kid on crack. She was disgusting. And I say to my friend, I'm like, my friend at the time, I deaded him after this. I said to him, yeah, that Halle Berry, man, I just saw Monsters Ball. She's smoking hot. And he just goes, what? He goes, what? I go, what? She's smoking hot. She's like unbelievably hot. And he goes, I would never have sex with a black chick. I was like, have you seen yourself? You're an idiot. You would hypothetically turn down sex from Halle Berry, 2008's most sexiest woman alive? Are you delusional? And then I just started listing like hot black chicks to see if he would have sex with them. And he just kept saying no. I was like, Rihanna, no. Beyonce, no. I'm like, you're so stupid. It hurts me to my core. And that's when I realized that I grew up in a bubble. And like the real world like kind of smacked me in the face that day. I was like, how the fuck are you going to turn down sex from 2008's hottest woman alive? Of course, I would never do that because I myself am in no position to turn down sex from anybody. But the fact that this 5'5" dwarf of a little bitch was talking about how he's going to turn down sex from a black chick is just, it was appalling. The only reason I told that story is so I could let you guys know that the Real Slim Jamesy doesn't fuck with racism. The Real Slim Jamesy does not fuck with racism. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Martin Luther King is my hero. A lot of people don't know this about me, but Martin Luther King is my hero. When I do laundry, I throw it all in together. Whites, colors, I don't care. I don't care what happens to the whites. I wash it all together. Not a lot of people know that Dr. Martin Luther King, when he said, I have a dream, he was talking about the people too, but he was mostly talking about laundry. Because what sparked his entire movement, his entire being, his entire presence in the mainstream was he was at a laundromat and he saw this white guy, this piece of shit, white privileged fuck, having a little too much pride in the separating of his laundry. He was throwing the whites in the washer with too much pride. And that day, in the laundromat, he wrote the I Have a Dream speech. I have a dream that white laundry and colored laundry can be washed together, can be dried together, can be folded together. And then he went out and banged some white prostitutes. So yeah, I don't fuck with racism, guys. I don't fuck with racism, and I don't fuck with cancel culture. Try and cancel me for that bit, which wasn't even racist. It was all pro-African American. I'm BLM. I'm also GLM. Ginger Lives Matter. That's my other movement I'm starting. Us gingers, we don't get enough respect. We don't get enough respect in the community. And during March should be Ginger Awareness Month because of St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is the one day of the year where I get respect. Kiss me, I'm a ginger. I mean, I go from kick me because I'm a ginger, kick me Ginger Day, to fucking kiss me because I'm a ginger. All right? And you guys don't get to use the G word. You guys don't get to use the G word. I do. Rap songs, I replace the N word with the G word. It's pretty beautiful. I've done that in public before, and I've had a couple of black friends be like, what'd you just say? I said ginger. I said ginger. I said ginger. That's what I always say. I said ginger. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. I replaced the N-word. I'm not saying it. That hard R was a hard R with a G. Started with a G, okay? I promise. I ride for my gingers, though. I ride for my gingers. I ride for my gingers, though. I ride for my gingers. Ow! So yeah, that's what I do. That's what happens in my brain. I think we're going to wrap it up here. Guys, I'm a little rusty. I had a couple weeks off. I apologize if this episode wasn't the best. I was a little angry. I'm a little angsty. So I apologize. I tried to make it good. I don't know if this episode was good, but it's my first time on camera, so I'm a little bit nervous. My first time releasing this on video, where you'll actually be able to hear me. It's not a montage clip like I've done in the past. So I'm a little nervous. I've never been on camera. I've never recorded myself on camera for anything. Never in school, never anything like that. So this is new for me, and I apologize if this episode wasn't the best, but I'm out here doing my best. I'm trying. It's only going to get better. It's only going to go uphill. The uphill analogy, it's a negative analogy, though. Anything involving a hill, the analogy, it's downhill, negative. You have to go uphill, negative. So I guess I used the wrong analogy there. I'm losing it. I gotta fucking quit while I'm ahead. At the James Lennon Podcast on Instagram, at JLPGods on Twitter, the James Lennon Podcast at gmail.com. Reach out to us. This episode was all over the place. I apologize. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna edit this video right now and get it, guys. Get it, guys? I don't know how to speak properly. I'm gonna get it out to you guys as soon as possible. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching now. It's a new thing I get to say. Thank you for watching. But be good, guys. Have a good weekend. Later.